Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Friday. And thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe. Today on the channel, guys, I'm going to do a very quick revisit or relook at the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe CGI Netflix show version of Trapjaw. All the versions I have in my collection, which would be loose, which is the one right here, and packaged. Alright, so while we wait for new figures and new playsets and vehicles, I thought it'd be kind of fun to relook at this amazing version, this different take on He-Man for us collectors. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at his look in the packaging right here. We'll take a look at the beautiful artwork. Starting off with, you have the nice glamour shot of Trapjaw right there, a different version, a very cool version of Trapjaw right there. You have the Netflix logo and Grayskull as well, the CGI version of Grayskull. And I gotta say, and I know I say this quite a bit, this Grayskull here, the playset of Grayskull, yes, the CGI show line did come with its own version of Grayskull, and this is a very fun Grayskull. All right, it lights up and makes sound effects, very cool. All right, there's the Grayskull right there. You got the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe CGI logo. There's old Trapjaw, and we'll take a much closer look at him out of the packaging. There he is, a very different take on Trapjaw. Very cool. He comes with that power attack feature, that waist. So they brought back that vintage spring-loaded attack from the 80s line. Right there, it's not, not articulated like the 80s line. All right, it comes with a blast effect right there. His cannon and claw, which you can hook on to the cannon if you wish. Okay, there's Trapjaw. Okay, this is more of a kid-friendly version of Trapjaw. Okay, this is for pretty much for the new generation of collectors, for the He-Man line. Okay, so there's Trapjaw. Once again, look at the back. All right, there he is. Very cool. Get the power attack feature. All right, and the cross-sell the other figures in this particular line of He-Man and Skeletor. All right, some warnings, and this is how you will be able to snap on the claw to the cannon, right there. All right. Now we're not done yet. Right? We do have another version of Trapjaw that came out in this particular line, and it's right here. So here's the version of Trapjaw, part of a ride here. It's this Trapjaw with Cycle, all right, a green variant, or I like to call this version of Trapjaw his mini comic book version, because it is more of a green variant. Let's see if I can turn the light on. Maybe I'll help out a little bit. There you go. So the different take, this is still a full-on figure right there. Same green claw right there, but no blast effect, which is a little bit of a bummer. But it comes with a really cool cycle. Like I said before, this particular brand of CGI line is now over, but it came with a variety of different vehicles and play sets and variety of figures from different height inches, from 7 inches to 0.5 scale inches. I mean, a great line to collect, all right, for you and your family. Okay, once again, you have the Netflix version of Grayskull right there. Right there's Netflix again. There's old Trapjaw. Got the He-Man and Master of the Universe logo. The power attack for Trapjaw, because this figure can be removed from the cycle. Okay, and I believe I got him from Walmart. All right. There you go. Around the back. And there you go. There's old Trapjaw right there. Alright. And there you go. Once again, he does come with that same claw, but unfortunately, he does not have that same blaster. This right here, or this right here. So, but you can still use this blast effect if you do particularly get this line here, collect. You can put that blast effect, if you wish, in this version of Trapjaw if you want to. Alright? There's no difference. And of course, there's the version of Skeletor, which I do have, which we'll look at, sometime down the road of the with his Panther cycle right there. All right, but there you go. So let's take a look at old Trapjaw out of the packaging. And one of very few figures I have in my collection that is loose in the CGI line, because I feel, and I'll keep saying this, is that this is a brand, all right? I mean, it did a lot of things different, and I get that. And a lot of people did not like that. And I know it's more for kids. This is more of a kid-friendly version of He-Man. and it was a little bit different than we are used to. But for me personally, I don't mind change. And I'll say this again. I'll keep saying it. It's something new, something fresh. I'm fine with that. As long as it keeps the core values of He-Man and the Master of the Universe, still there for us collectors and people who've been with this brand for over 40 years. I don't mind the little changes they did with this particular show. This was a great show to watch. I recommend this show. I would really recommend watching this show. This is a lot of fun. When the show came out, it came out at the same time as the Revelation show. Okay, and after I watched both seasons of season 1 and the Revelation part 1, I preferred this show over the Revelation show. I really did. I thought it did a really cool job. I thought it was really cool. And if this line would have continued, okay, this is a show, like I said, it's doing a couple things differently. It changes up a little things, but not much. If this show would have continued, all right, I have no doubt in my mind, okay, that we would have gotten their powered down versions of these figures, okay? All right, when they're powered down, he's Cronus, okay? This is Trapjaw when he's infused with the power of Havoc. Okay, and there are scenes, before, he joins up with Skeletor and uses the power of Havoc to transform into the full Trapjaw. Okay, and so I have no doubt if this line would have continued, we would have gotten that version of Cronus, in this line, with Evil Lyn to Teela. Teela, when she's powered up, she's Sorceress. Okay, when she's not powered up, she's Teela in this particular universe, or universe in their own multiverse, and so forth. Ram Man is this Ram Man, and so forth. And of course, He-Man is now Prince Adam, and so forth. And so I really think if Mattel would have pushed this line a little bit harder on us collectors, and promoted it a little bit better when it did, I think this line would have, in the show itself, would probably still continue. I think they were gearing up for at least a 4th season. There's 3 seasons. For anybody who's new to the channel, to my channel, okay, for watching, okay, all right. And so, yeah. So I highly promote this. We just watch like a few episodes or at least 1 season, and and go from there. This is a fun series. This figure is really cool because it brings back, it's got a really cool look to it. There's no Trapjaw. As you can see, they're going with that more. For me, they're going for that more 80s style figures. The same height, 5.5 scale. No articulation like the 80s line. Okay. Now another thing I would love for this thing to have. All right, a couple things. All right. You can rotate the claw here, but the claw cannot close, and I think that's a little step down. I really wish the claw itself could close and open. Okay. All right, there's the blast effect. Now, when you put the blast effect in the claw, it doesn't snap into place, and there's no place for you to press a button for it to shoot out. Okay, that's another thing I wish this particular Trapjaw would have done. Is once you put the blast effect into his blaster or cannon, it snaps in place. You can press a button and it can just shoot out it's like spring loaded. But unfortunately, it does not do that. But still, a really cool version, a great look of Trapjaw. I love the look. It looks menacing. It looks really cool. All right, you can move the head around. It does have that spring, oh, I see. I think when you press this, when you do the spring loaded attack right here, it shoots out in a way. Okay, so, all right. So when you twist the body right here, it's supposed to shoot the blast effect. All right, out. Okay. All right. But still, a really cool version of Trapjaw, okay? One of many. And when I do my history, I think about doing these, with Duncan and Teela and Evil Lyn, and Trapjaw is no different. I feel like I'm going to do a full history of the modern day versions of Trapjaw, because there's so many versions of Trapjaw that we've collected so far in the more modern day world. I mean, today we have a lot of versions from the Turtles of Grayskull, the Cartoon Collection. We have a lot of Masterverse versions. We have some the vintage origins. We have the fan favorite mini comic book Trapjaw, and we just found out we're getting the normal fan favorite origins version of Trapjaw. So there's so many versions of Trapjaw, and let me know in the comments below what has been your favorite version of Trapjaw. All right. in the world of Master. It could be any version, from the 80s line to the classics to the 2000X, to the Origins line, to the Turtles of Grayskull. You name it. I mean, he's everywhere, and he's an amazing figure. And this figure is still a great figure, like I said, right there. Look at the back of him right there. You know what? Let me just turn on my turntable. There you go. So let me turn the light on here. Is it too bright? I'll leave it on for one rotation. But still a great figure, and I highly recommend the show. Of course, this line is now done, like I said, and it was a fun line to collect. All right. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts and feelings of Trapjaw right here in the CGI line. All right. But there you go, guys. There's a look at the CGI version of Trapjaw. A fun version. Let's see if I can see here. You see right there. Now, of course, you cannot pop, once again, like all CGI figures, you cannot pop the arm off. You can't pop it from the waist. You can't pop the head off. The hands do rotate, okay? It does move up and down right here. Only comes with 3, which is, kind of rare, but, normally Trapjaw comes with 3 different, items for his, mechanical arm, the claw, the gun, and the hook. Unfortunately, this is kind of like 2 for 1. You get the claw and the hook, I guess, in 2 for 1 here. But it does rotate, all right? But there you go. There's a look at old Trapjaw from the CGI line. All right. All right. I'd like to take the time now, of course, to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. All right. Please hit that notification bell when you upload new videos. All right. And tomorrow we'll be doing another quick revisit or relook at the CGI line of the Sorcerer. No, let's do Beastman. I want to do Beastman. Okay. All right. We'll take a look at Beastman tomorrow and do a little quick revisit of Beastman for the CGI line. Okay. Please hit that like button when and thank you for doing that. All right. All right, thank you so much. All right. So, I hope everybody has a great Friday, and I'll see you guys on Saturday. Take care, and have a good one, everybody.